Welcome back. This segment of the Sports Source brought to you by Games and Things. If you're wanting to build or add on to your entertainment room, why not go straight to the ultimate man cave store? That's Games and Things, and they have it all. From pool tables to poker tables, from bars to bar stools, to the best home theater seats in East Tennessee. That's where I got mine, and I've been very happy with them. Games and Things, OurGameRoom.com. You can check them out at home right now, or at least after the show. That's it. Wait 10 minutes. Do it after the show. Games and Things. Okay. We spoke about resources and expectations. When it comes to having resources, the list of schools with big expectations, and it's basically you're looking at winning a national title, competing for it. I think whereas the Sharks are the groups that you know they're going to be there, can be there, the Dolphins expect to be in the mix as well. So I think Tennessee is looking at always trying to be in that playoff. Would everybody agree that that's kind of the expectation? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there's a difference between expecting to compete for a national title and win a national title. I went back. This is pretty fascinating. Don't put up the graphic just yet, Chris. I went back. The AP poll. I don't look at the coaches poll. We'll discuss that next. The AP poll has only had 27 teams in its history win a national championship.
Which blows my mind.
Only 20 schools have won more than one. So it is a small group. Let's take a look at how long in between some of those schools go. And we're talking about the biggest, baddest schools on the block. So let's go to that graphic now. Alabama, 12 national titles. But you see that orange number. They went 17 years from 92 to 09 without a national title. Notre Dame has won 8 national titles in their history. We said they're no longer a Shark. They have 34 years since their last national title in 1988. Oklahoma, 7 titles. They've been 22 years since their last one in 2000. Ohio State, as great as they are, as that is just a perfect job, they went from 1968 to 2002 without a national title, 34 years. USC, 18 since their last one. Miami, 21 years since their last one. Nebraska, 27 years. Actually, they split one in 97. Well, the AP didn't. That's right. Michigan got the AP, so never mind. Minnesota, they're no longer they're no longer a championship level program, but still 62 years since their last, and they've got 4. Georgia, we're sitting here talking about back-to-back titles, and they could win 3 in a row. It was 40 years before that. So what you're seeing is LSU 49 years between 2, Clemson, Florida and Florida State. You could make an argument that those were just 2 really highly productive windows. They won all 3 of theirs from 93 to 13 in Florida State, and then 96 to 08 at Florida. Texas, years since their last one, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Do you see Tennessee? They're 24 years since their last one, and it was 47 years before the previous one. So imagine going another 23 years before you won another national title. That would be like the last time.
I'm going to guess I won't worry about it.
Yeah, you won't be there, right? So anyway, and then you see Colorado, BYU, Syracuse, Maryland, Michigan State, Texas A&M, TCU. Those have all won one national title. Those are the other 7 that have won a national title. You have not had a first-time winner. The last one of those teams to win it was Colorado in 1990.
Wow.
So it's teams that have won them before who win them. So it's rare to climb up there. It's rare, even if you've got the perfect setup, like Ohio State, like Georgia, you can go 35, 40 years between titles. Bob, you look at Georgia just this year.
2 weeks ago. If Ohio State's kicker makes a 50-yard field goal, long by college standards, and a horrible miss.
Or if they flag the targeting.
Then Georgia, we're not sitting there talking about them being one of the best teams and maybe a dynasty and this, that, and the other. I made some people mad. Alabama, Tennessee beats them and everything. I say, but Alabama had to miss a field goal at the end or you don't beat them. But that's how thin the margin is on this stuff. Tennessee's greatest victory in 20 years was helped by the other team missing the field goal. Georgia is in the midst of a dynasty because another team missed a field goal. And I just don't think people realize, even when you're great, the margin is thin.
Yeah, the expectation is to compete for a national title, and people think that means win a national title. As you can see, even the most dominant teams, it's very difficult. Very quickly, guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, at least Tennessee's on that list, right? So we don't have first-time winners anymore. At least we've done it before.
Yeah.
And look, the matchups are a big part of it. Not only the breaks, but the matchups that they flip-flop Ohio State and TCU, then maybe the matchups are different. They play out different. You have possibly a new national championship. So those numbers, though, are stunning, John.
I think Colorado won a national championship because they got a 5th down.
Yeah.
That's how close it can
Yes.
be.
Yeah.
So
Tennessee needed Clint Sterner and a flag at Syracuse. Everybody needs
yeah,
that.
and every year you're going to have, I don't care how good you are, you're going to have a couple of games a year that the margin is whether you make the field goal or they miss the field goal.
It took USC losing to Utah, Tennessee losing to South Carolina, Clemson losing to Notre Dame, to
South Carolina.
Excuse me, yes,
Is the
South
one that knocked
Carolina,
them out.
for Ohio State to even be in the position to miss a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard. The millions of dollars, the 2 comma salaries we see, you're not getting paid to do an easy job.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to do a really difficult job.
It's also really young players. They're not always 100% locked in.
All right. When we come back, and Bob, thanks for being here today. I appreciate it.
Oh,
I'm throwing you
glad
out
to
and
be
bringing
here.
Ryan back in since we're rotating.
Okay.
It's good having you here. You did a good job. You made me mad, so now you're out. All right. When we come back, Butch Jones and Greg Schiano not voting the Vols up high. How petty can you be? We'll discuss that in the coaches poll next. Coming back to the Sports Source.